You know, I have been thinking about something lately. It feels like the more we know, the more we forgot what really matters. So I start reflecting on how things used to be back then and how they are now. Here's what I came to. From ancient sincerity to the modern noise, when knowing too much hides what matters most. Throughout most of the human history, people believed in higher power, whether they call it God or gods. They looked at the stars, the earth, birth, and the death, and their heart whispered, there must be something greater behind all this. Even if they misunderstood who that higher power truly was, they were sincere. They reasoned with the tools they had, their eyes, their hearts, their surroundings, and with that simple, honest reflection, they reached a conclusion, which is this world is not an accident. Then there came a shift. In ancient Greece, a few thinkers began to openly doubt. People like Diagoras expressed that what we now call atheism. Still, it was a rare. It wasn't until recent centuries when science, technology, and information exploded that atheism became a louder voice. But here's the paradox. The more we know as a human, the more we think we know everything. And that illusion makes people feel like they don't need a God anymore. Even the great boxer Muhammad Ali, though not a philosopher, once reflected deeply on this. He was asked if he regretted not going further in formal education, and he replied, "Yes. But sometimes I wonder those who are truly educated often become spiritually disconnected and hard to forgive." He wasn't rejecting education, but pointing to a deeper truth, that knowledge without hearts, without humility, without a purpose, can lead us away from faith instead of toward it. And he was right. Today we are drawing information, endless content, opinions, theories, and data. Instead of making us wiser, it made us more confused. It is hard to pick a side when every idea has 100 versions. Truth feels buried under a noise. So people stay stuck in the middle, afraid to commit, afraid to be wrong. But knowing a lot doesn't mean what truly matters. Sometimes it is the one who knows less, but thinks with the sincerity and humility, who sees the truth more clearly. We live in a time where many hearts is overloaded, but maybe the answer isn't in knowing more. Maybe it is in turning to what ancient people had: a sincere heart, a curiosity mind, and the courage to say there must be a creator. As a beautiful reminder, the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said, "Seeking a knowledge is an obligation upon every Muslim." This shows us that knowledge itself, it is not a problem. It never been and it will never be. But the attention behind it. True knowledge should guide the heart, soften the soul, lead us to the one who created all things. On that, I will leave you to reflect. Have a good day.